Simple Man with Ethan Crelinsten, Nicky Rod, and Damien Anderson. Oh, stay a while if you know about the jiu-jitsu. If you don't, you can come too. This is BT.
All right, guys, what's going on? We are back with the Simple Man podcast. I'm Damien.
I'm Ethan.
I'm the big rod.
I'm the little rod.
Whose rod is bigger? Little rod or big rod?
Probably same size. We're the same size at birth.
What? How often do you guys compare rods?
When fully erect, though. That's what counts.
Got a good flaccid stretch at least.
Is the flaccid rod still bigger than the average male erect rod?
I believe so.
Probably.
Interesting.
That's awful.
I was watching motocross not too long ago, and this one of the ride or supercross actually, but one of the riders, last name McAdoo, he falls off his bike and the handlebar catches like his nuts and rips a hole, and he looks down and his balls are hanging out, completely.
Oh, but like
Ow.
intact though.
Intact, but
It just ripped the pants, not
and the
the
underwear.
okay.
Pants
Wow.
and the underwear. So he has a decision to make. He's like, he tries to tuck it in. It's just the hole's too big. So he's like, either I bail and don't race, or
Bareback.
I race. And he picked up the bike, took off,
You gotta
and
go.
it's just swinging in the wind, fucking
swinging in the dangling off the
Dude,
side.
the nuts. Yeah. Oh, he's got big balls.
Talking about
Yeah, you need big balls to do that shit.
Yeah.
talking about big balls. Do you see JB's one ball?
No,
Brother.
Is it massive?
JB got hit in the nuts, or in one nut. This is like a week or two ago, and his one nut grew to almost like the size of a grapefruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he was,
boost testosterone too.
I don't know about that,
I doubt it.
but it was fucking purple, and it was so much so that fucking some of the guys were like, all right, like we have to see this. And he takes out a grapefruit or maybe a plum-sized testicle.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I was like, you might have to go to the hospital. Like, this is very, very
he'll be
bad.
It's a
fine.
contusion.
It could be testicular torsion, but I guess he's chilling now. But
Testicular torsion? What's that?
that's, I think, when you get hit. I could be wrong. I think it's when you get hit in the nut, the testicle or like
Flips
a
around,
wire
doesn't it?
flips basically, and it could cut off blood circulation to the testicle.
It's like a 360 and
And
See,
then,
it sounds like he has too much blood in the testicle.
Something's not right.
Swelled up.
You know, obviously, you know Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
I listened. I listened to this story that he was talking about. I guess his dad had died from like some cardiovascular disease, something, and he died in the house, and he was like naked, and they're bringing the dead body out of the house, and all the neighbors are like outside the house, like, oh my god, what happened? And then the wife, like Matthew McConaughey's mom, was like, take that sheet off of him. I want the world to know what he was packing. so he they took off the thing, and he's just apparently
the
has
people reeling him out were like, all right, you heard it.
apparently just has like a hammer just walking out. Like, I want them to know the man.
And
that
now
died.
all our listeners will know McConaughey's.
Yeah.
Wait, McConaughey's father.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That I saw a clip of Matthew McConaughey talking. Apparently he's in Austin, I think.
Yeah, I
Right?
he's at a lot of the football games. UT.
I think he might be. Is Brad Pitt here too?
I have no idea.
I heard something that like
Shout out Bucked Up
one of
Energy.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Oh yeah.
latest addition to the sponsor team, right?
for him.
Nicky Rod, yeah.
Yep. Bucked up energy for sure. Quality drinks.
But apparently Brad Pitt and Matthew McConaughey are in Austin, or at least Matthew McConaughey was, and then one of my girls' co-workers ran into Matthew McConaughey and Brad Pitt at a grocery store.
Bet it was
Yeah.
Central
Insane.
Market.
Why do they do
or Whole
they,
Foods.
they shop for their own groceries?
They probably think it's cool.
Just
Let's
as
go
surprising.
incognito.
Yeah.
Just as surprised.
Yeah.
What had happened with that story was that like the coworker, like this girl was just in her own like kind of like world, like shopping, and then somebody asked about the different La Croix La Croix flavors, and then she was like looking down at it, and she's like, oh well, you know, actually I like this one, and looked up and was like,
Oh.
And then they just like were like, thank you, and then like walked off. And she was like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Stroke. Yeah, that would be. Have you guys ever been like starstruck like that?
Dude, when I would get up in the morning, I'm like, you're the man.
But like when you look in the mirror, you just like
I struck myself.
Okay. You struck yourself. Yeah.
When I met Rogan for the first time, I was I didn't know how to
behave.
Yeah, kind of.
That's not right. That's not right.
I remember it was like me, you, and Nicky Rod standing in a group, and he like walks up, says hi, shakes our hand, like walks off.
Was it like a WNO or something?
Yeah. He like shakes our hand, says what's up, and then walks off.
You were like,
I look at my hand, I look at you guys, I'm like, I'll never watch this.
I remember the first time seeing him was at what the fuck? Oh, it's damn. Sorry, B Team NJ.
No. Formerly known as All In.
Yeah, fuck. So I remember, I think it was my first WNO when I did that back step. I saw like Rogan there, and I was like, holy shit, that's like the most famous person in the world. I was like, what the fuck? And then, actually, then he posted me on his feed, and then I got a follow, and I was like, I'll retire now. I made it.
That's pretty awesome.
What, a legend follows you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think so. All of us.
Me?
Not you?
I don't think he follows me. No.
Doesn't
I would have. I know for a fact. I would have known.
I check regularly.
Yeah, I constantly refresh. Yeah.
Me, Greg.
That post is insane. That reel from today.
Dude, that was a fucking sick scramble.
That was nuts.
Holy shit.
I just wasn't able to get on the final spin. I wasn't able to get the overhook. Like I overspun.
Yeah,
So I tried to go get the overhook, but I was like reaching for the far side where
instead of a near wizard, you
Yeah.
went like far over back. Yeah, that was crazy.
Little ring around the rosy. You too.
Yeah,
it's usual for us.
it's stressful. Like
Another day in the office.
Brother,
Yeah.
there's a point where you're in the air for at least 5 seconds, full weight on his legs. Full weight.
yeah, but I just have like a little butterfly hooks. It's nothing. It's like a little fucking squirrel on Jay's back, bro.
100% full
Yeah, but
body weight.
He's a lot lighter than me. so it
You don't
makes a
try
difference.
Sasai or like.
Nah, it doesn't work.
A lot lighter. You know,
Society, dude, he's just gonna grab you out and fucking.
Yeah, but you follow. Great, you grab
But
me too.
like, I get way closer if I just hook
Fall
on
on
the
his
back
legs.
and then fucking somersault around with him.
Nice,
you know?
nice.
you know, you talked about how Ethan's much lighter than you, so you won't get hurt. There's
Well,
a-
not that I won't get hurt, but it's like
It's manageable.
it's better than someone my size doing the same thing.
so one of John's black belts, Doug, who owns Henzo Gracie Bronx,
Oh, I know the story.
a female, and he's like over 200 pounds. You remember Doug? Mm-hmm. He's like over 200 pounds. You know, strong
Athletic,
dude.
too.
Athletic dude, really good guy. 135-pound woman jumps close guard, tears both of his hamstrings and like ACLs. Has to get double knee surgery.
That's way more insane than what I did.
Jump guard?
Jumping, yeah, I think jumping close guard is an insane thing to do, especially in the gym. Like,
Yeah,
especially in the gym. What are you doing? That's nuts. So I would never do. I think what I did is far less dangerous. Can we agree on that?
I remember John was actually teaching what you did to us one time, and I remember thinking to myself, like, this is not the safest way to put somebody down. They were like drilling it in practice.
Safe
what
for
are you talking about? What move was this?
Yeah, like
version of what I
he
did, yeah.
specifically said, he was like a lot of the Brazilians do this, but we're gonna drill it because it's a decent way to put somebody down. It's like, like kind of what Ethan was doing,
Yeah.
feet inside, knees out, pulling backwards.
Real to see, I learned it from John.
You've never learned that move.
I most certainly did. I'm not lying right now. At all, not lying.
Dude, fucking I was talking about it earlier. I feel that I was talking about it with Vince yesterday, actually. So when you were coming up, obviously you still always performed well. I felt you didn't know jiu-jitsu.
Correct.
Right? Leading up, now you genuinely know jiu-jitsu. I remember before the Victor Hugo match, I was watching you drill triangle escapes, like late stage triangle escapes, and he's fucking posturing up, throwing legs over, like the right leg, like the proper leg, and I was like, I think I was like, Nicky Rod, where'd you learn that? And he was like, oh, you guys taught it to me in Puerto Rico. And I was like, oh shit,
Yeah,
dude,
boy.
that's fucking sick, man.
I'm a B team product.
Bro, and then before the Victor Hugo match, you were drilling late stage outside Ashigarami and heel hook escapes. And you were fucking doing it right. I was like, dude, that's crazy.
Dude, I really didn't know anything.
Bro,
I made it
so far.
dude, you know,
Dude.
like athletes disassembling, backstepping, fucking. I was like, whoa,
Dude.
that's sick.
I remember like when I was first learning leg locks, I was like, I'm never going to be able to get this. Like, it was so foreign to me as just coming from like college wrestling, and I think what really help me is like asking you guys questions. I've always been intimidated to ask John questions, but it was much easier for me to ask my
teammates,
my teammates, my peers, and fuck, you guys help me out a ton. I mean, literally all of my jiu-jitsu is from John and from you guys.
So crazy to see. I was talking about it with Vince because you also
Talking Big Vince or
Big Vince, yeah, because he was over the house, and your teaching got a lot better too.
Thank
really
you.
Really good teaching now.
Yeah.
Psych. Give him a leg psych.
Yeah, none of this jumping on the knees thing like Ethan teaches.
Behind the knees is okay. In front of the knees, bad.
Okay, fair.
That's my.
You guys ever have major knee injuries?
Nah, me nah.
I think us two only.
Bro,
Oh, no, you did. You
yeah,
did.
yeah.
You did.
Nah. Yeah.
Meniscus surgery, right?
Meniscus.
You got it snipped or taken out completely.
It was
Are you
torn
cut?
in half. It was stitched.
It
back
was
together.
repaired.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
And you never had any injury? Or never had any problems with that injury?
Not since. It clicks every morning, but not since.
One click a day.
One click. A
That's
day.
fine.
Keeps the doctor away.
What about you? You tore your meniscus too in high school?
In high school, I mean, that's what the trainer said. It was like,
The fuck does he know?
yeah, I mean, I'd have a little click. Sometimes I walk and I'd fall out, but that was it.
Walking the ball.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate on that a little bit more?
But sometimes I'll like, maybe I tweak a knee in practice, but I'll drag the tire backwards, and bro, that really helps. Like
help, yeah.
in a day or so of doing that, I'll
Knees
just
over
like
toes
maybe it's just putting blood flow in there or working like the counter movement to it, bro. It definitely helps.
Yeah, and then it was ACL or meniscus or both.
Well, all right. So let's see. We got a good old MCL.
What injury did Damien cause?
MCL right knee. Yeah, it was very mean. Damn. Piece of shit. This guy's talking about me being dangerous. How many MCLs have I got under my belt? Maybe
That was
a few.
a fucking Z-lock. But I invented the Z-lock.
We both didn't know what the fuck it was. Bro, it fucking popped, and both of us were like, "Oh!"
Were you straightening your leg
Was
Yes.
I what?
through the Z lock?
He turned into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was fucking. I wish I could go back in time. I often think about this.
I remember I was
Every day.
in saddle position with JoJo, and he put me in the Z lock like technique, and I was trying to straighten my leg. I was like, oh fuck, this doesn't feel good. Tap, and I was like, bro, what are you doing? He's like, oh, this is the Z lock. You just turn this way, you know. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, like guys that hunt that submission are that I really don't like. I'll respect that so early and defend that so early.
Bro, take the
One-
heel and roll for sure.
Free my secondary leg for
Yeah.
dear life. Give them the outside heel hook. Like I'll really respect that submission very early. Like defend it very early. But yeah, we were doing fucking. I
rounds.
was cutting to 135 during that period for Kasai. I think we've told this before, but whatever. I was cutting, and I had done like trap bar deadlifts like crazy the night before, and yeah, we started doing the. John had us do cross ashy situation, and that's it. Pulled the knee across,
Fucking hell.
and away it goes.
Dude, that was wild that I made Ethan cry.
Made me cry, you bitch.
That's the
We
reminder.
don't need to talk about that. Anyway, that's one injury. Next one is ACL. I don't know when I tore the ACL, but the reason I had to deal with it was because the meniscus tore, and then they're like, "Oh, your ACL is also torn."
Oh.
Are you a little bit bigger now?
What's that?
Are you bigger? You look bigger.
I'm for sure bigger now.
No, not from years ago. From like
A month ago?
2 months ago. Yeah,
100%. I'm
bigger.
bulking.
What, you
Bulking.
creatining?
Fucking- I'm everything. I'm creatining. I'm fucking eating calories. I'm deadlifting. Dude, I just deadlifted 405.
Dude, I saw that. Was that the
Oh,
first
yeah?
time ever you deadlifted?
First time. It's so hard. My back hurts.
Stop, bro.
No, it hurts in a good way. It hurts in like a,
It hurts so good.
It does. It hurts in like a muscle way, not like a,
Like a disc injury?
Nah, we good.
Be careful, bud.
But yeah.
Are you
4 or 5.
okay? Oh, you're whooping, right? We're
whooping.
Find problems if I put it on top of my tattoo, so I keep it under.
Really?
I
What do you mean?
switch it up. Yeah, I go
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
here.
Sometimes it doesn't read if it's on my ink.
Really?
Yeah. So I keep it under. What was I gonna say?
There is metal.
This gives.
Yeah, ink.
Doesn't it give EMF a little
Radiation?
bit? Yeah. Are you concerned?
No, not at all. No. It's just light. It's nothing bad.
I don't think about it, and then when I sleep, I'm like,
By my head.
Yeah, like I'll move my wrist. There's like this green light in the room.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, shit.
and then I tried to put on my ankle yesterday. It's too fucking.
Don't do that.
ankle's too big.
Yeah. They said not to do that.
Oh,
'cause-
really?
Yeah.
Why?
Someone posted a picture doing it, and Whoop is like, "Yeah, this will ruin your readings. It will not register."
Oh, wow.
Alright.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But yeah, I feel like I don't know. I haven't looked into this, but I feel like the inside of your wrist is going to give you better readings, like closer to your pulse. You know, like your,
Yeah.
I don't know, exposed veins or whatever.
Wait, so your knee was just fucking it was meniscus and then ACL?
Yeah, so the ACL, it was lax. Like, remember we were talking to Gino the other day about his tendon?
Yeah, it was lax.
The same thing. ACL was. He said it was like dental floss. Like it was useless.
Did you use a knee brace before?
Nah, now and then, but no.
Well, we got
No.
something that might help you.
Oh, speaking
Yeah.
of which,
Dude,
what do we have here? A little unboxing.
Let me open this up.
Yeah, so basically it is basically a knee brace for jiu-jitsu.
Here, let's
It's
pop
like the best fucking thing for knee braces.
What's different about it?
Polyester nylon spandex made.
How is it for jiu-jitsu?
Dude, so this Anaconda Fightware, they sent us some braces. I actually used it before. That's how I found out about the company first, was when I tore my meniscus going against Gabe Souza. All the other knee braces would slide, and I fucking hated it. This one has like 2 straps, so you put the knee brace on, and there's padding on the like around the knee, and then there's 2 straps that keep it secure.
Oh, and there's rubber on the inside to stay attached to your leg even when you are sweaty.
Yeah, this thing is fucking sick. It's it's literally like the best thing for jiu-jitsu, I think. If you have a knee problem, I really recommend.
Yeah, there's a couple different like models in here. So shout out to Anaconda Fightware, guys. Thank you. Check out the product. Do we have a code?
We don't have a code, but
Well, check out their product. Let them know we sent you there. And as someone who I constantly use a knee brace, like I don't train without a knee brace on my left knee now, so I'm definitely going to try these out. And yeah, they look high tech. Look like they are not going to slip around anywhere.
yeah, it has like the 2 straps. So it's like it keeps it secure and in place. So it goes
Keeps
back
it
around.
taut
Yeah, around underneath.
underneath. No, I think
Back
you're.
when I had my torn meniscus, I was wrestling, and I just every time I went to compete, I just had tape from my thigh down to my shin.
Really?
You
just
went,
like
wait,
from
say that
here
again.
to
You would
here.
just tape when you'd compete.
In wrestling, yeah, I had a torn meniscus.
Dude, the straps are honestly
Damn.
crazy. They do have a deal. It's a great deal actually. It's like 2 braces or 2 knee braces for like $59 is their deal. I think they're running right now. There's like there's some gel.
And I'm 6'3", 240 pounds, and this is a large. So if you're a big boy, unless you have big old horse legs, large is probably your size.
Shout out Anaconda Fightwear.
Yeah.
But you were saying what? You taped your fucking whole knee.
Oh yeah, when I was wrestling, the what are they called? The health lady would just tape my knee.
A trainer.
The trainer, yeah.
The health lady.
She would tape
The
my
medic.
tape my knee from here down to here, and I would essentially just walk like this.
When you'd compete.
Yeah, I had to. My shit was
Yeah.
fucked.
I'm like in the stage right now. At least I don't know if I'll ever like just move on, but I feel like I can't train without that little knee
Really?
pad thing. Yeah,
A little stability, or is it
no,
padding?
it provides 0 stability. It's just padding. Like the scar where the ACL surgery was is just always kind of sensitive. Like
Tender.
yeah, it's just not going away. It's like a little spot.
How long has it been now?
Over 2 years.
Oh wow, and
Yeah.
you still can notice the pain.
It's really weird. Like it wasn't like that a year ago. Like a year after the surgery, I was like fine. I was training fucking raw dogging it, and then it started hurting randomly.
You told me like maybe a month or so after your knee surgery that you went to like a PT or something like that, and he was like, or maybe it was even less time, and you went to PT, and he was like how's your he was like, how's your pain? You're like, my pain's fine, I don't feel anything. He's like, all right, start pushing hard. And
a version of
he
this,
didn't realize that you were on fucking meds, like pain meds.
So the surgeon actually said, if you can walk. So
and you're just numb as fuck.
I'm
your
taking fucking pain
gone.
meds, and I'm like, don't be a pussy. You can fucking walk. So I'm just like limping around my house, and my brother and my mom are both saying like, I don't think you should walk. And I'm like, the surgeon said walk, all right?
How many days after surgery was this?
Oh, like fucking 4 days after.
that is
4 days
insane.
after.
You
4 days
psychopath.
afr ACL reconstructive surgery.
And didn't they take some of your quad tendon as well?
Yeah, so
Bro.
it started bleeding internally.
From the scar? Oh, internally.
No, so after the first surgery, I started walking way too early because I was like, don't be a pussy, you could fucking walk, you're fine. And what they did is a quad tendon graft. So they took a piece of my quad tendon, fucking drilled holes in my leg, and used that to form a new ACL. Where they took the quad tendon from was starting to like tear up my fucking leg.
No.
So it was just like bleeding. As I have a video, it's fucking disgusting. But I went in to get it drained, and then he like, I think they did another MRI, and then they're like, yeah, your quad, or maybe an ultrasound or something. But anyway, your quad's tearing, you need to go back in to get it stitched up. So that second surgery was the most painful thing ever by far.
Really?
By far. Because it wasn't like, I feel like, this is just my theory, I feel like the bone, like when they drill the holes, they do the shit on your bones, it's not as sensitive as a muscle. Like, it's just, it felt like someone was just had a knife in my leg for like an entire 2 days. It was brutal.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, we're good. But advice to you guys and anyone out there,
Recover
take it slow. Recover slow, you know? Ice it, keep it elevated.
Did you avoid taking pain meds?
The second time, yeah, I really
That's why
tried.
it was so painful.
I took them the first day, but then I tried not the second day, so because like it would keep me in bed more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, fuck this, I'm taking pain meds. And it was still very painful. I was taking the pain meds, and
For my bicep, like the first month after surgery is pretty rough.
Yeah.
But I'd spend. First of all, I pretty much didn't use a brace or like a sling or anything. Only the first day after surgery, and I took it off because my mentality was like, all right, if I can just bear the weight of my own arm, like I'll repair faster.
That's
right?
what I thought, the same thing.
Yeah.
If I could use my leg.
I definitely didn't use my arm. I kept it at a 90 degree using my own bicep muscles and shit. And I think that
Just got repaired. The bicep muscles that just got repaired.
yeah, for sure. But I definitely think that helped my recovery. But I will say by the end of the day, my shit was so swollen. That's when the pain really kicked in from the swelling.
Did you take the pain meds, or you tried to run?
I would take them. Yeah, I would take them in the morning and then at night, as opposed to like multiple times. But yeah, morning and night. But by nighttime, like even just like walking around holding it, bro, so swollen.
My quad felt annihilated. It felt like I did 1,000 quad, whatever that machine thing. Like it's the same thing. Yeah, it's just so much trauma. The muscles also atrophied because you've been not using it for like days at a time. And
For my collarbone, I would have to sleep pretty much upright like this. And when I would,
sitting in a chair like that. Yeah,
I would lay in bed, but I had like a million pillows behind me, so I would just sleep like this. I hated it.
How was it? Like, could you fall asleep like that?
No, it was terrible. But
because I need to sleep on. I personally have to sleep on my side.
When I slept in your basement, I just slept on the chair. Remember?
Oh my god, that was brutal.
We had cots as well.
Nicky took the length, the like full length one. So, and I saw the other one. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the basement.
So when I first stayed at the Rodriguez household,
Rodriguez residence.
Yeah. First, thank you for the hospitality.
Yes.
But,
it's a lovely home.
I go sleep downstairs, and basically downstairs is like a little kind of movie room with recliner chairs for like a movie. Right? It's like recliner. So the first night I like reclined it all the way back. I gotta like fucking sleep like sideways so I could get a full.
Did you sleep in what the blanket area that I left?
Yeah,
for you?
it was your condo.
my
It was
nest.
a little nest. I get there and then there's just like maybe like 5 huge blankets and like 5 pillows, and I'm like,
That's
oh,
what I
this is
tried doing. Yeah,
this is so comfortable. So I made like a little bed, and then the next day, I was like, I got to figure out a way to sleep somewhere else. And then your mom was like, oh, you can just like sleep on the couch in the kind of, I guess, what is it? Not a living room,
computer
but, like,
room or something like that.
computer room, whatever. Yeah, I was like, oh, fuck, yeah. I'll sleep
Computer
there.
room?
Yeah, there's just a computer there, so we call it a computer
Yeah,
room.
you know, it's like right before you go outside the backyard. There's like a futon thing.
where
and I
one of
was
your
like,
dogs always chills.
Yeah. That dog was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
You
died.
guys got some
She's
cool
dead.
dogs.
Died? What the fuck?
Oh, no.
What's her name, bro?
Her name is
Ginger.
Ginger.
Ginger's dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother, I
man.
just saw her fucking
just-
couple months ago.
yeah,
She's
I
an
know.
old gal.
Yeah, she was an
you
old
had to, she had to
gal.
get put down?
Yeah, she was like 14. She couldn't walk.
Did you guys cry?
Shed a tear. She's a good girl. It was my first.
First
Yeah,
dog
yeah,
ever.
grew up
Well,
with
no,
her
I grew
probably,
up
yeah?
with a couple dogs. Molly and Tommy being English bulldogs, where we were the same age. Like like mom and dad got them like pretty much a month or so before I was born, and then and then we took a few years break, and then pretty much in middle school I got Ginger, which was like a chocolate lab that we saved from we like adopted
Rescue
her.
thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
rescue. And she was a good girl. I used to go on runs at 5 a.m. for like cutting weight in the middle of the snow. She was there thugging it out with me, having
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
Dude, dogs are
Oh,
fucking
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
They it's so sad to see them go.
It is. They also boost good for kids because they boost their immune system.
They do, yeah.
Oh, because they're dirty or something?
Because they're dirty. Yeah,
Pretty much,
And-
yeah.
Oh,
They're
wow.
little-
Interesting.
You know, it's
Yeah.
a healthy amount of you can't
Yeah.
put your kid in a bubble. Man. You gotta
Dude.
let them scrape their knees, play in the
I
dirt
remember
and
this
shit.
fucking story. Oh, bro, so this is back at Henzo's. I was sparring MMA, and then it was Gary's turn to spar. So I was just watching him, and then I'm like on my phone. And then I get a call from my mom. My mom's fucking bawling, like hysterically crying. And then I'm like, what's going on? She tells me that like my childhood dog died. I had 2. The childhood dog dies. And I'm like, fuck, you know, it's just fucking sad, whatever. She tells me, I'm like, okay. And then like I'm watching, and then like I'm watching Gary spar, and I'm about to be up next. And then like there's just like tears coming down. And then John's like, Damien, is everything okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just being a pussy. And then I go fucking spar. Man, dogs are like siblings, bro.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
like- it's like
crazy.
family,
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't even think it's like family. It is family.
It is family,
I
yes.
see him as family. Wild. You had a dog growing up?
Yep. Max.
Max. Yeah. Leo's my child for sure.
Yeah.
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 All
got-
right. Well, lighter note. Lighter note. So we got some competitions coming up. We got the boys.
Should we talk about one that just happened, or
Oh, the comp.
yeah? Like, do we have to the elephant in the room? You know.
Well,
Let's talk about the WNO, the whole thing. It just went down. It's a big fucking event, and we cap it off with a brief moment of
can't.
All right, I'll take it
All
away.
right, let's talk about my match against Victor Hugo. First match I lost in quite a while. It's been a while. I think it was only like a 10-win fucking win streak or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Almost like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll start this off by saying I won it via ADCC rules.
You were scoring.
I was confused.
Where's the fucking scoreboard?
I passed guard. I was like, oh, 2 points. They're like, no. Fuck. Yeah. So
Should be 3, I think. But anyway,
I don't know.
whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I want to start this off by saying,
Yes, context.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I fucking lost the decision in a sub-only rule set. But I made quite a bit of progress. I had competed against Victor, a few years ago, and I wasn't able to pass his guard at all. And in this match, I was able to pass his guard twice, which is a great improvement. He has probably the best heavyweight guard around. And then, he won because he had an armbar attempt, and the attempt was due to my pure laziness, just an absolute lazy decision. typically when the only way you should be breaking guard is thumb down in the armpit, push the elbows high, stand up, vertical posture.
Oh, you're saying in closed guard?
In closed guard, yeah.
Yeah.
He was able to attempt an armbar where I escaped the armbar, and that was like his score essentially that won the match. So instead of the proper build vertical posture, I just lazily stood on my knees and reached back, try to break closed guard, and that started his offensive cycle. And that's something that I never do, and it was just like a very bad decision for a moment, and it only takes one or two bad decisions to give the opponent that advantage.
I was wondering why did you decide to stay on your knees? Is it because of his like leg entanglements or guard kind of game?
Because I was fucking lazy in that moment. That was it.
I feel like you couldn't have stood up, because like some guys have really good closed guards to the point where it's like hard to posture, or you can posture but it's hard to get to your feet because they're just so tight.
I've done it. I've been in his close guard our previous matches, broke his close guard multiple times without any risk of submission, and there's the one mistake of me just being lazy. Maybe I was trying to conserve energy, or maybe I had some success in practice, like on my knees breaking close guard against guys with not as good guards, and that was just a slight mental error, and he was able to fire off one attack in which I escaped right away, and that was pretty much why he won. But besides that, another mistake I did is I was using knee shield camping, which works great, but against a guy that's 30 or 40 pounds heavier than me, I was too light to effectively fatigue him from there. So I should have started outside passing sooner, and then also I was having really good success high stepping, but I wasn't fully committing to the high step passing, as in high stepping to north-south. I was trying to high step just a side control, and the moment I started high stepping on both sides and committing to north-south, I was able to pass guard right away. Yeah. And so a couple just mental errors, and then progress-wise, I went from not passing guard out to passing guard twice, and it is what it is. It's not a terrible fucking performance. Like at the end, I went for like a shitty leg entanglement, and he was able to heist up on top, and I end up like in fucking top close guard. But that only goes because I'm trying to score like a late fucking shitty submission attempt. But it is what it is. I learned a lot from that match. I've watched it a bunch, and I definitely had some great moments. I'm doing jiu-jitsu now, which is very important. I was watching this like Instagram reel of about an eagle, right? They say when eagles hit the age of about 40 years old,
40 years old.
Yeah, when a bald eagle hits about 40 years old,
I did not know they got that old. Holy shit!
When they hit about 40 years old, they're in their elder years, so they have to make this transition. Either they die or they fly up to the peak of this mountain, and so what happens when they get 40, their beaks get overgrown and they curl too much, so it makes it ineffective when killing and eating. In addition, their claws get very worn out, dull, and too curved. So what they do is that the eagles that want to survive, they have to transition. They have to make a transformation so they can continue to hunt and kill. So they go up to the mountain, to a peak of a mountain, and it takes about 30 days for this process. First 30 days, they crack their beak on the mountain to
sharpen it and shit
to break it off, to break it off completely so the new beak can come in. Then the second and final form of the transformation is once the beak comes in, they use the beak to pull out their old claws so the new claws can grow in. This transition takes about 30 days, and once they make that transition, they can become a new animal and continue to live their life and be offensive against their prey.
Nicky Rod's gonna come in with like a broken nose and fuck that finger. I'm bringing my beak. I'm the new animal.
Essentially, this is my transition from going what once was just a wrestler to a pure jiu-jitsu artist, and you could say a match like that for me, helped me break my beak and pull my claws out. So I'm climbing up.
For sure, you're using actual jiu-jitsu now. I mean, it probably, I noticed it first. I think the EBI, when you felt comfortable pulling guard, then you like wrestling up with that, showed like your arm bars versus just like the wrestler kind of positional game, which can win you decisions, but it's like you will plateau at using that style, but it's like you're forced to use these other skills to then progress. So it's like making huge improvements for sure.
So your offensive, so go ahead.
It's so frustrating hearing or like listening to people say shit like, "Oh, Nicky Rod needs to do something other than body lock passing after like a performance like that." It's like these people have no clue what the fuck was going on because you're doing high stepping, you're camping, this, that, getting angles and shit, and then you body lock pass like one time, and they're like, "Oh, he does his body lock." Shut the fuck.
Yeah,
up.
Like, that's the
I
thing
body
that's
lock
gonna
past
break
them.
through.
I high stepped past them, and I did pretty damn good, and you know I'm happy with the progression I'm making. I mean, winning is great. Losing is the fucking worst thing that can happen to an athlete. But you know, I'm in a very fast progression state in my career, and you know, I'm not terrified. I'm not mad at my performance. You know, I'm definitely mad of the small mental errors that I made, because I'm for sure better than this guy. I can beat this guy at any given day, and you know, I'm just learning, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's what we all are.
Yeah, it's not like I didn't cry or anything.
Yeah, I definitely did that. I definitely did that.
Not even one tear. Not even one. So your offenses were in total like you cemented a guard pass.
Yeah, I cemented.
And
I
to mount as well.
Right?
Yeah, I cemented a guard pass to mount, and then the best pass was a high step passing to side control or
So
to
you
north
passed
south.
on two separate occasions. You cemented guard passing.
Yep. And then on the second one, it was only fucking 2 minutes left. So I get the side control. I'm like, I could like camp I could hold him down and try to transition him out and then try to go for submission, but there wasn't enough time for that. So I tried to go north south and force kind of reaction, and you know, throughout that he ended up just scrambling back to neutral essentially. But
then you had the toe hold attempt.
Again, a total attempt, but
Yeah,
I had a
yeah,
total
total
attempt,
attempt.
Oh, I don't
and I had some good
remember.
pressure, but my lower body was in the correct position, and wasn't in the
Kind of
correct
like kicked
position.
his leg free. Like
Yeah, but it's just like you only go for that shit if you need a fucking quick score, you know.
you need a sub attempt. Is that what you were
Well,
thinking?
that's
Like,
yeah,
the
that's what I
thing.
was
It's like,
yeah.
It's kind of fucking stupid. Like only in jiu-jitsu do you get rewarded for almost doing something. You know what I mean? Like at least if you're talking like that's why points are so good, because you can score definitely, and then you get a submission attempt, but it's only an attempt. Like you tried to do something. Imagine like I try to pass, I get close to passing, and then they give me a score. That's
Yeah. They're just trying to make it so it's as entertaining as possible, but there's always going to be a way to game the rules. Like kind of no matter what rule set, like there has to be some kind of agreement that the guys aren't going to just purely try to game it. So like, yeah, if there's a point system, I think points are for sure the right way to, I don't think no points is good, at least anymore. But like, you could get a guy who scores 1 point and then just fucking runs the rest
For
of the
sure.
Then
As
you
well.
get stalling. Then you could get a guy who plays like right in between where he's not stalling. You know,
The thing is,
so-
there's no perfect rule set
Yeah.
that can stop boring matches. I believe like there
It's the
are ways.
athlete.
It's the
It is the athlete.
Yeah.
Dude. If we think about it, it's like so we set these parameters and we have to try to make sure that these athletes do their best in these
Yeah.
parameters. But it sounds kind of weird, but it's like think about taxes. It's like there's tax law, but then the intelligent or the wealthy people are going to figure out how to game the system. Like they're as humans,
always
we're
gonna be-
always
yeah.
going to try to game it.
Bro, we were talking to the tax guy at BT.
Calvin.
He was telling me how we should be paying taxes quarterly. He was like, if you
In Texas,
wait to,
right?
yeah, he was like, if you wait to the end of the year, you're gonna pay like $4,000 to $5,000 more on taxes because they accumulate interest.
Interest?
even though it's not technically late because you're allowed to pay at the end of the year, but every quarter you accumulate like
Interesting.
interest. I did not know that.
Interesting.
Are you sparring today?
Yeah, we sparring. We fucking some people up today, dog. Thursday sparring day.
Damn, the VINNYUZI, what's his name?
Oh yeah,
That did good.
Brother.
I
didn't realize how, first of all, it was way more fun than I thought. I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be like a serious, like scientific. Yeah. That was very fun.
I think it's the people from the Northeast. They got good attitudes.
Yes.
They're easy to talk to.
Yes.
If
And
you get them going, they'll let loose, you know.
Exactly. He's down to like just fucking
Yeah.
talk about whatever. And bro, the reels are blowing up.
The first one he posted had like 4 or 5 million views.
Yeah,
I think
well,
so.
we said you rub cream on your dick and it'll grow. So it's like pretty extreme.
Well, that's very true, right?
Yeah. Have you guys been doing it? I haven't, but I'm
I
wondering
haven't
if-
tried, but it's working for you guys.
Let's go to the bathroom real quick. Fuck yeah, that was insane.
Dude, 6 million views.
it's
fucking
still
sick.
going. I'm
6
just
million.
it's constantly like
Yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah.
So, rash guards. What do you guys want in a rash guard?
Easy to remove.
Easy to put on.
Dude, it's hard to put one on when you're sweating. The rash guard's dry.
Oh, it's
that is.
If
you
you're-
need a
if
part.
you're
there's
sweaty
no
and-
science.
Have you done sweaty like have you just trained, took the rash guard off, and then you're like, fuck, I have to take a picture with the rash guard
Yeah,
and
it's
try to put it
terrible.
back
It's
on.
all cold.
It's like, dude, it's freezing.
you're
It's
trapped in there. Yeah,
It is
yeah.
fucking. Even if it's summer, it's cold as fuck. That rash guard.
Putting on ice.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
We actually got rash guard. So this episode
What an organic segue.
is brought to you by
Hey, a package.
a package. Ethan, tell us what this is.
Okay.
You put the address on the cameras.
Oh fuck.
Wait, what?
The address.
Address on the
Oh
cameras.
shit.
Maybe blur that out.
Hey, Nicky.
Oh, so talk in the in the thing.
Hey, Nicky, Ethan, and Damien. Thanks for working with us. For many more deals to come. Thanks, Tejan Plavsik, BJJ Guard co-owner. Thank you, my guy. I hope I didn't mispronounce your name too bad. All right.
So what's the company name? Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
P.S. All our rash guards have a 200-day guarantee in case you want to exchange for another nation or size. Oh, are they like nationalities or something?
Oh, yeah. So this company, they specialize in countries, like kind of like soccer jerseys.
Whoa.
Shit.
Nice.
That's tough.
Sick, sick.
Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah, show it in the camera. We got a USA one.
USA BJJ.
USA, baby. All right.
That's awesome.
Christmas.
Is that Mexico? Christmas.
The Christmas one, I see. Canada.
I wonder who that one's for. Dude, that's sick.
Oh, the Canadian one.
This is cool. Thank you so much. These are fucking awesome. Canada, baby. And Mexico. So much stuff.
That's badass. Oh, it's like Aztec print on there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh wow, Aztec.
What's the name of the company again?
BJJ Guard-Co.
BJJ Guard-Co. You guys here, if you want some rash cards to represent your nationality, get up
Look
on
no
it.
further. They do it the best.
BJJ Guard-Co. 200-day guarantee if you guys want to swap for size or
That's a
nationality.
long guarantee. There's a lot of training sessions in 200 days.
200 days.
Damn, thank you. Sweet.
So,
Hell yeah.
what
Okay.
are your like? How does it feel? Like,
It's,
is it like a thinner rash guard? Is it a thicker rash
All
guard?
right, so
Looks
definitely
thick.
on the thicker side, but it's like it seems like it's hella durable. Like no one's if you rip this, you get mad at your training partner because this is like you're not ripping this unless
Have you ever
something
ripped a
stupid
rash
happens.
card?
I've never ripped a rash guard.
Yeah, it's like sometimes like guys like a foot will get caught as they're extending and it'll like
yeah?
it'll fuck it up. But rarely, yeah. But this one you'll just break the guy's toe in half. I'm the only one with that experience.
I think so.
That's training with some
I would
crazy
see
people.
guys in freestyle wrestling with like a hole in their rash guard. I'm like, how the
fuck did that happen?
Yeah, or a hole in their singlet. I mean, I'm like, that's wild.
bullet holes.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
No, these are sick.
Like the claim to fame basically is specializing in nationality. So like whatever country you want, you get it. Obviously super tight fits, a rash guard, and then it's 70-30, I think 70-30 polyester spandex material. So super comfortable
Damn.
stuff. Apparently, I haven't worn it
Aztec
yet.
material.
Can't wear it either. So
You
it's
guys
all
ever
200 days is a good guarantee because sometimes you wear a rash guard once or twice, you wash it, and
It
things
gets
like
messed up, yeah.
it's falling apart, it's fading, the stitches are coming off. So quality stuff to get your money's worth.
Yeah, 200 day guaranteed. That's fucking confidence right there.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
confidence.
Yes.
I'm telling you, like this is a very durable rash guard.
Yeah,
Like
Ethan's wearing thousands of rash guards, so take his word when he tells you this is some quality stuff.
please believe
Yeah.
me. I know the drill.
Thanks, BJJ Guard-Co, for sponsoring this podcast. This episode is brought to you by BJJ Guard-Co. We'll leave the link in the bio so you guys can check out the website, order yourself some sick rash guards as well.
Damn. Awesome.
America.
America, baby.
That's pretty cool. Just want to take a quick moment to thank our sponsors, Massive Supplements and Violent Hippie. Use code SimpleMan, all caps, for 15% off both of those companies. Massive Supplements, trademarked Smashing Greens, Smashing Reds, very nutrient-dense foods. I personally use their creatine and BCAAs during my workout and sometimes even before the workout. For Violent Hippie, they have soaps, USDA CBD oils, T-shirts, rash guards, you name it, owned by former Navy SEAL Mitch Aguiar. Use Simple Man to get 15% off.
Guys, Violent Hippie, Massive Supplements, get the Smashing Greens, Smashing Reds, all the vitamins, nutrients you need to get that body that you want.
Natty Rod style.
What's up, y'all? It's Damien Anderson and Nicky Rod from the Simple Man Podcast. We're here to let you know that our merch is live. You guys want some t-shirts, some fancy cups, support the Simple Man Podcast, and get our merch. Link in bio.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Nicky Rod. If you're looking to support the Simple Man Podcast and myself, please check out carnejerky.com, CarneJerky.
We went rah, rah, rah.
You guys went riding in Costa Mesa, or where at? Somewhere in Cali.
Glen Helen, a notorious track. JayRod rode his first big boy bike on a dirt bike track.
First ever? What are you talking about?
On a track. He's
the
rode
track.
trail bikes on a motocross track, which is
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's just different types of bikes. There's like race bikes and there's more like relaxed bikes.
What is yours in the garage?
Well, that's a race bike.
The
Okay.
green one or the
Green one. Both of them are race bikes.
those are thumpers.
So now,
They're ready to go.
so now the one that you rode is a race bike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone there is riding race bikes. There's no
sick.
one. There's no one there riding. Fucking
So
trail bike.
tell us your experience. How was it?
Terrifying.
Oh, shit.
Terrifying. It was awesome. They had like two different tracks there. They had like the pro track, and then they had a kiddie track. That's where I stood. The kiddie track was tough enough.
Really?
Bro, it was fuck. It wasn't an actual kiddie track, but it was like the easier.
They call it the vet track.
vet track. Yeah,
What does that mean? They're old for older people? Like they're veterans?
it's just easier
for
It's easier.
veterinarians, maybe.
Like maybe they call it vet track for like retired riders or like something like that. But for the people that aren't pros,
You did the pro?
no.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Oh, that's like an insane track.
Insane.
What
Why?
is insane?
Walk
Are
us-
there
yeah, yeah, yeah.
jumps? Or like, what's going on?
There's jumps on the vet track.
They throw
if
swords at
there's-
you or something?
If there's jumps on the vet track, there's massive jumps on the fucking pro track. You're riding on the vet track here, and you're like, fuck, this is crazy. And then you look over your shoulder and you see a mountain, and there's guys riding up the pro track. It's fucking attached to this mountain. It's just fucking, it's terrifying.
Descending it.
Massive
Damn.
fucking uphill, downhill,
yeah.
huge jumps and shit.
Like he said, massive jumps, but the uphill and downhill is so terrifying. So like, you gotta
It's
go,
really steep or something?
bro.
or?
It's Glen Helen is a beautiful track, but it's on the main track. It's like super vertical, right? And then you come around a small corner, and it just drops straight down.
Jesus.
And then while you're carrying all that speed going down, you have a jump at the end, and then right after the end, you have to hit another corner. So you have to
all
constantly.
these things are like connected. It's you have to like be ready.
do people die?
Yeah, sometimes.
Shouldn't they stop doing this? Is it?
But the main thing that so the previous time I was at Glen Helen, the first time, I rode on the main track, just experience. I did like maybe 3 laps, and it is an incredible workout. First of all, if you have good technique on a bike, you're standing the entire time. The only time you sit down is to hit a corner. right? The only time
you get like lower when you hit the corner.
well, yeah,
or
you put your
or-
balls pretty much on the gas tank, real close to the seat, real close to the handlebars, and it hugs you to the corner, and then you're back up standing. So you're doing a 20-minute moto. You're squatting the entire time. But besides that, why I didn't go on the main track this time is because there's professionals training there. So I don't want to get in their way. You know what I mean?
Up their thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mess up their routine. And that track's meant for higher level guys. So it's like us rolling with a white belt. You know, they're just kind of in the way. So
Be like if a white belt came over to the fucking other
to
side.
the pro side. Yeah, exactly. So I just said either way, it was amazing to watch those guys ride. It is incredible what some of these guys could do on a bike. It's like, if you ever watch Supercross is probably the hardest style of riding dirt bikes, because it's a dirt bike track in like a small arena. So everything's very compact. So like
Tight turns and like a jump with no time to recover and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. No time to recover or set up. So like in motocross, being outdoors, it's a bigger, wider track, so you have more speed, but you also have more time to set up. In Supercross, which is in arenas, there's like, you're talking like no time to set up. Like you're jumping, and when you land, you're landing into another jump, into whoops, into
And
a
they're trying to
corner.
make it as crazy as possible because people are flocking to see it.
Exactly. It's very, very intense sport.
Crazy.
I love it, and we had actually absolute blast. Shout out to Jace from Gypsy Tales podcast. He hooked us up with we got to ride his bike, which is a KTM 350, which was it is like the Ferrari of dirt bikes. It is incredible. Yeah, like I have
How many CCs does that?
Yeah, it's a 350
Oh,
cc.
350cc.
Yeah,
Okay.
like going from, I have a brand new YZ 250F, and it's a phenomenal bike. And then the KTM is like just a completely different experience, a different ride.
How?
Okay,
Just a quick question. They're all manual, right? Like you shift gears mid. Okay, so
1 down, 4 up, clutch on the left, front brake on the right, foot brake on the bottom right.
Okay.
And
Forgot everything you just said. Continue.
So difference, right? If I'm going from dirt bike from YZ 250F to KTM 350, even just sitting on it, the ergonomics of how the bike is, how you're sitting on the bike is slightly different. Like maybe on my bike you sit a bit higher. This one you're like I guess describe it. Sometimes you sit on the bike, and in the KTM it feels like you sit in the bike. That's how kind of how I can.
You're one with the bike.
One with the bicycle.
Exactly.
He's not wrong.
Right? It's like you're a part of the
interesting,
bike instead of just being on top
That's how I
of the
feel with
machine.
my car.
Yeah.
I'm inside my car. Not on top.
And then,
Okay, go on.
and then the clutch felt quite different because it's a hydraulic clutch as the Yamaha's cable clutch. So that felt maybe a bit smoother. So that was different. Suspension was pretty smooth. He also had upgraded foot pegs where like your feet like get locked in there pretty well.
That's
and then the power was very, very smooth. And then also when I'm cornering the KTM, for some reason it just feels like it hugs the corner.
Yeah.
It finds a rut for you and it stays in that rut. Whereas some of the dirt bikes, like we rode a YZ 250 2-stroke over there, and that thing it's like jumping and
Wiry.
It's
around.
wiry.
Yeah.
You touch the throttle a little bit, it's like it wants to fucking go.
The 2-stroke is crazy because you go from like maybe like you pull you're going to the corner real slow, maybe you're holding the clutch, and then it's so quiet it sounds like it's off, and then you give it gas and it goes and it explodes.
It's a very
up.
different sound too. It's such a good sound. Like 2 strokes compared to 4 strokes. So
2-stroke.
different.
What is 2-stroke versus 4-stroke? What are these
two.
strokes?
Is there not like 2 valves in the engine? Or
So
4 or
I
something,
believe
or?
4-stroke
that's
4-stroke has 1 piston, 2-stroke has 1 piston as well. But I believe the 2-stroke piston fires more often, so you get more power for. So like a 250 2-stroke is going to be faster, have more power output than a 250 4-stroke. So you have more power. You also have this big fat pipe on a 2-stroke, and that's where the power, like the exhaust fumes, kind of build up and then give you that like explosion, and it's called the power.
What?
Yeah,
Dude, it's terrifying.
yeah, it's called a power band. So like you'll be riding, cruising, and then once the bike builds up pressure in this big pipe, then you get more of an explosion and you get much more power.
Crazy.
Whereas 4 strokes, you have consistent power all at every throttle pull. So every time you hit the throttle on a 4 stroke, it's the same amount. But every time you hit a power on a 2 stroke, it's a little bit amount until you hit the power band, and then it's fucking goes crazy.
Wow. What about if you're say you have a 350 4 stroke, is that a thing?
Yeah.
But then what about, would you rather that or a 2 stroke 250, we'll say?
So, okay, in my opinion, it's all about your level of riding and what style of riding you're doing. So, like, I think if you're hitting trails and stuff, a 2 stroke is probably the 252 stroke is probably the best because it's lighter, it's a little bit more nimble for turning in tight trails and whatnot, and it's easier to stay in the power band because you have like longer stretches of riding when you're in trails. But on a track, I think the 4 stroke does better because it's consistent power band all throughout the ride. And then it's slightly heavier, the 4 stroke, probably maybe much heavier,
Yeah,
like 30-40 pounds.
It's a bit heavier.
But the weight of it keeps you more stable. So that the 2 stroke is so much
Bounces
lighter.
around all
Yeah,
the
you hit
fucking place.
your ruts and you're bouncing around. Where the 4 stroke, it's got that weight, so it sends
sinks
it.
in there.
Similar to like you're shooting a smaller pistol, it's not as nearly as accurate as like a staccato. It's all made out of metal and it's heavier.
Interesting. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. I don't know the fucking first thing about
Awesome.
Bro,
experience.
wait, did we ever talk about when I rode your motorcycle or the dirt bike on the podcast?
so.
Bro, so fuck, man. They get this dirt bike. It's actually Jay's dirt bike. Is the one that I rode. And
one.
I have rode dirt bikes before. I have rode quads before, but I didn't go quadding or dirt biking all the fucking time. Like, it was when I was a kid. I barely remember this shit. So then he's giving me the rundown on what I got to do. I can barely fucking kickstart this thing. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I feel like
couldn't kickstart.
I ended up kickstarting.
Did you?
I did. I ended up doing it in the beginning. I'm like, brother, I'm just fucking. What am I doing? So then I have to have him start it, and then
But if you don't kick it hard enough, it won't go or
I was
something,
like,
or what?
well,
like,
hey,
I
Damien,
thought-
I'll start it for you, buddy. Don't worry.
brother,
Let the man do it.
He just says that you had to fucking kick it. I'm like, brother, I'm fucking kicking this thing. Nothing's
Kicking
happened.
it sideways. He's like,
What the fuck?
Kicks the tire.
But then,
this thing is broken.
so then I start. I eventually end up figuring it out. It takes me fucking like 4 or 5 tries to even get it out of to get it into first gear to start like riding. I keep fucking stalling out. I'm like, this is horrible. But also something's fucked up with your clutch. Now I guess it's fixed.
It's fixed
but
now,
before it wasn't, right? So like I'm fucking riding up and down the road a little bit. I'm like, oh, this is fucking sick. And then I start coming back and I leave it in first going up, and I'm like, well, I'll just fucking let it stall out. I'll just fucking, let go of the clutch, and then everything will be good. So I get off, I let go of the clutch, and the fucking thing keeps going. And I'm like, oh shit, yo, Nicky Rod, help me. And then,
He's like walking on the side of the bike. He's like,
I'm like, yo, I can't let go of this thing. And then as it starts getting further away from me, I'm trying to hold it.
But if you, like, whiskey throttle,
dude, I almost whiskey throttled it. He goes like, I'm like, oh shit. So then I'm like, yo, Nicky Rod, you gotta fucking do something. And then I forget, how'd you even get it to stop?
I just ran over and I just grabbed, I think, the front brake and make it stall out. But yeah, the clutch is fucked up. So when you hold it in, it doesn't. It just keeps going.
That's what it was. Yeah, it just kept going. So I was like holding the clutch. I'm like, brother, this thing still have power.
So a little bit after that, he ends up buying his own bike. He gets a YZ250, and you bought it, and then that same day we were fixing the clutch, right?
Yeah.
So he was in a rush to fix my clutch.
I wanted to ride with you
So
so
we
bad.
wanted to ride the very next day. And as we're in
That's
the rush
fucking awesome.
to fix the clutch, we fully replace everything. Did you guys talk about this?
No.
So as we fully replace the clutch, everything's going smoothly. We go to tying all the bolts back together, and we're like, oh, we should torque these guys to spec. Like, there should be a spec that all these should be like tightened to.
At this point, everyth's perfect.
Awesome.
Done. Absolutely
done. Yeah, everything is pretty much done. We're just putting everything back together now. So we look up what the bolts should be spec'd to, like how much we should tighten them.
How do you guys measure the
There's a tool.
Torque wrench. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So we're doing that, and we googled the thing. Google was wrong. We snapped the bolt.
Bro, snap. I was.
Wow.
And we go from being completely fine, ready to ride. All we have to do is put oil in the thing, and then I snap a bolt. And Jay hears the snap. We look up. I'm like, fuck.
I was like, I can't ride tomorrow.
No.
And he was trying everything in his capability to make he was taking bolts off from the plastics of the dirt bike
try to
put
buy
it
one?
in my fucking motor. He was like, "There's got to be one of the bolts that, like a crack at like 2:00 in the morning."
You got any
He's
bolts, bro? You got any bolts?
I didn't sleep. I did. Yeah, like you said, I went to sleep like 2 or 3 trying to figure this thing out. But and then that same day we buy a fucking something to drill it out, right?
Yeah.
That same day.
Yeah, so that same day.
Hey, remember my idea where if you drive through the forest and there's a mechanic in the forest? Wouldn't that have been fucking helpful, huh? There you go.
That
Sorry,
was
continue.
The dumbest idea.
Well, would have helped you out. If a fucking guy had a bolt.
The one customer.
Maybe there's others like you out there.
The bolt is still in there.
Bolt is still in there.
It's still in there right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
so we bought something. I forget what it's called, like a tapper or something. Something that you self-tapper. So if you snap a bolt, you can buy something that's smaller than the bolt to drill
Into it,
and then you can reverse drill out.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work. All that ended up happening is I'm drilling into it, and shards of metal are just coming out.
You were just boring the hole.
Just
it wasn't doing anything.
And so it ended up that I drilled it so much that the bolt just got pushed all the way back to the clutch basket, and I end up looking at it. I'm like, oh, I think now we have enough space to fit in another bolt inside there, right? Because if not, we just had to replace the whole clutch basket, which is maybe $200-300, but it'd take a while to like get the parts and shit. So we go to practice the next day, and initially I'm at like Home Depot trying to find the bolt. They don't have anything that would fit. And Sterling is like, oh, dude, go to Ace Hardware. They have everything you could need.
Sterling knows.
I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, even millimeters? Because, we're in the U.S., so we use half-inch and stuff. He's like, yeah, for sure. So I go over there with the exact bolt. And they find it. They have a ton of them.
Sterling's a fucking G's.
I mean, well, he's a fucking...
He's a mechanic.
Yeah. He's like
works on planes.
like an airplane mechanic.
Yeah. So I go to Ace Hardware, get the bolt, come back. I'm excited as fuck. And I take like a little magnet to get the rest of the metal shards out. And I go to screw it in, and it's the exact size it fits, but the bolt's too long. So I'm like, all right, time to cut.
No.
Yeah. So, no. So I go to a hardware store. I get something to cut the bolts. So I cut it like maybe a 1/4 inch off and put it together. It fucking works perfectly now.
No way.
We made it.
It does work. It does work.
Yeah. I mean, it works.
We rode for like 2 hours.
No issues with the clutch.
Wow, no issues at all. So it
None
feels
with the
normal.
clutch. No.
Wow, sick.
We did it.
Congratulations.
This guy was so like a
Hell-bent.
crackhead. Hell-bent, yes.
Hell-bent.
Like a crackhead. 1 a.m. He's like, there's got to be a way. And I'm like, I ordered the bolts online. Like, it'll be here in 2 weeks. It's not that big of a deal. He's like, no. We're going to ride tomorrow.
Dude, that is your like passion for sure. That's like the other thing you're very into other than
like
other than
I love their
jiu-jitsu,
bikes.
yeah.
Say you, for some reason, you could no longer do jiu-jitsu.
Like,
You're
you made
gonna
that
be
deal
dirt
where
bike.
I would
talking
get
about-
so good at motocross.
Dude,
If I didn't get injured doing it, I would get really good.
You got injured?
No, I'm saying if I
couldn't.
You could.
if I rode a lot and I didn't get injured, I would continue to progress for sure.
Would you say injuries are inevitable in that?
in motocross?
Yeah.
Bro, I there's something like
Definitely on the track.
on the track. Yeah,
I don't know. I think injuries on the track if you're doing jumps and shit. But I feel like you could do like avoid jumps and be like pretty fun.
We could have tons of fun trail riding and even hitting the track. Just don't jump too much.
Just not jumping.
The thing is, honestly, I genuinely believe in any high-intensity sport, it's 100% injury rate.
If you're pushing the highest levels,
if
for
you're
sure.
trying to be the best, I think it's inevitable.
There's no, if you get injured, it's like you're gonna get
It's
injured.
unless you don't try to be the best, unless you just do it, you could.
In the last
Hang back.
Supercross season, there's 40 or something pros that race like every weekend during season, and only 4 of them raced every race not injured.
were they
Only
the
four?
top? Were they the best ones? Or
I don't
Most
know
of that season because
Of that
they were the
season.
ones
Oh,
that
they're the ones
survived.
who made
but but you could in
it's just
super
attrition. It's like, who's gonna die first?
yeah in Supercross it goes by point system. So like you could get second every race and have the most points.
Oh,
and,
yeah, if
and
the
win
guy
it.
gets
Yeah.
first and then seventh or
Yeah,
some shit
exactly.
like that.
So
yeah.
you could miss a couple races and still win the world championships.
Wow.
hang
So
back for the
F1.
dangerous ones. Let them
Yeah, right.
die.
Would you guys ever consider getting a motorcycle like for the street?
I had one. I had a little Hardy A83 Iron, which is like a Sportster, and I'd ride it around town in Clayton. But it's everybody gets hit by cars. I'm not. Dude, I don't want to.
I would
stick
say
to the
that's
dirt.
even
I
more
have one.
dangerous. Like driving through traffic, I'd say
Yeah.
it's even you're more likely to get.
I'd rather hit a
fucked up.
tree or fall in the dirt than have some
Yeah,
idiot
man.
driver not see me and rear end me. So
Dude, yeah, I really, as a kid, I always wanted a motorcycle, and then it's like, these
so
guys are
exposed,
retarded
man.
on
You're
the
so
fucking
exposed, yeah.
on the streets. I don't trust any of these, especially in Texas. I've seen so many accidents in Texas for some
the
reason.
worst
I've seen-
drivers I think in the world are in Texas.
Right? Something like that, man.
I've
It's
seen
like
so many cars. We lived here what 2.5 years something.
Yeah.
I've never seen more like mangled accidents, like cars just twisted carnage.
I drove 3 hours a day up north to go every day to
Yeah.
go practice with you guys. I saw accidents, but I've definitely seen more accidents in the past 2 years
Yep.
here.
How many
Yeah.
years were you doing that trek?
For 1 year straight. But you're talking like 6 hours on the highway
yeah,
for 5 days a week.
The amount of time you're on the road versus now,
Bro,
yeah, same.
insane.
Yeah, I will say something though, and I genuinely love it. I don't see any cops pulling people over for speeding, or at least
Yeah.
I don't ever feel like I'm
It's
here.
pretty rare.
Yep, dude.
Yeah,
Everyone,
Unless you have tints.
flying. I
They
can't
don't
believe
like
that
tint.
happens.
They don't
No,
like
we
tint.
all have
It's
tint.
all good,
Except
JayRod.
you have tinted windows. I never got fucking.
They
pulled
just
over.
don't like me.
It's
I
because
have
it's
bad
a
luck
fucking.
with, I have
it's your-
bad luck.
they're
You
like,
have-
"What's a fucking? What is that gay ass car doing in my state? Goddamn Scion,
Get yourself a truck.
bro. I've never gotten pulled over from my from having tint. All my cars have that
absurd.
tint.
So whack, man.
That is weird.
Wait, you did have like gold tint. It's probably so
It's
easy
bronze.
to spot.
It's bronze.
Bronze.
Did you take it off or no?
I got tint on the sides, but I took the front windshield off.
Oh, actually,
I
I've
went
never
to
had.
court, and they were like, "Yeah, well, you're not."
You
in
had
the
tints on your
system."
front windshield.
Yeah,
I don't think that's. I think
Why
that's
would
dumb.
you?
because
You
it's
need to
sick.
see out of it.
Because it's sick.
But
Because it's sick.
okay,
Well,
that's a good point.
50% or something?
It was all the percent,
Bro.
It was bronze.
couldn't
You're,
drive at
you're
nighttime.
lying, dude. That's stupid.
It was bronze, dude. It was awesome.
No,
you used
50%
what? You
has-
used
Bro,
like sonar.
It was whatever it was. It was sick.
And they, there's an intersection coming up. that's for the listeners. That's Jay using sonar to look because the tint is so. Oh, it's a fucking 5-lane highway coming. I better merge. All right, I should be at this one now. All right.
At nighttime, it was very, very dangerous.
You cannot
It
drive
was-
at night.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I had to drive with high beams on,
And you're-
or like stick my head out the window.
It was bad.
But it was
his
sick.
bugs smeared all over his face.
It
I
was
look sick
really
during
bad.
the day.
He puts glasses on and tints the glasses. I need tints everywhere.
Oh man, the tint was
They
awesome.
pulled you
though.
over for your own safety. I
Nah,
think they
bro.
did a good job.
Fuck.
Is your windshield tinted?
My front is, it's too dark though. I have to take it off.
Really?
Yeah.
What percentage? 35?
I think it's like, it's pretty dark.
Dude, what?
Mine's way darker.
What's the purpose other than it's sick?
Well,
awesome.
I like,
Oh, it's awesome.
first of all, it keeps your car safe. Like people can't look in your windows
Yeah,
and
keep your
shit.
car safe.
You know what I mean? Like
Okay,
if somebody's
yeah.
trying to look through your stuff,
They just
obviously
can't see, yeah.
Can't see.
But the mystery may entice them. I keep my windows wide open. They know there's nothing there.
yeah.
But,
I mean, a little bit better during the day when it's like bright, it's sunny out. You don't need to drive with glasses. But I like when you stare at people, they can't see you stare.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
like you
fair.
know how maybe you cut somebody off and like you pull up to light and they're right next to you. You could just look at them and,
they can't look-
see.
and they're like this.
That's,
They're like,
that's tinting on the side. I'm saying the windshield.
but the windshield, it will make it the side tints darker because
you're not gonna be able
less
to
light
see it.
inside.
I had my windshield replaced, and when they replaced it, it wasn't tinted, but they added tint to the new
Oh,
windshield.
really?
Yeah. So
wait, you got it
Nice.
replaced recently?
Yeah,
you had
yeah.
that big ass crack for a
yeah,
while.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
replaced.
crack,
yeah.
Oh wow.
had the crack for years.
Yeah. I remember that. I was
Actually,
fine, yeah.
Actually, Manny hooked me up because he did like the hail stuff when we had the
Yeah.
hailstorm.
Hail
So
You think I
Good
could
old
get
hail.
that done?
yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's ask him.
I gotta
Just
do that.
throw some ice cubes at your car and then
Oh, his-
tell
his
them-
shit's
my
dented.
shit's fucked. Yeah.
actually from hail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
sure.
were at Enigma. Yeah.
Enigma, bro. It was. I've
got
never
rocked.
actually had hail damage on my car ever before, like in my life. And then I'm like, I go to my car one day and I'm like, what the fuck? There's like dents everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus.
Get your fix.
I got mine fixed through Manny too. That was fucking sick.
I gotta
Manny
get mine
knows.
fixed.
Yeah.
I gotta sell my car.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, this
guys.
guy's looking to get. First, JayRod could use a new car, right? So I'm like, hey, you should get like a Tacoma, you know, get a
Reliable.
manual. Yeah, reliable, lasts 1,000,000 miles. He's like, I don't have enough money for that. I'm like, bro, payment's gonna be like $300 to $500 a month. You good? He's like, too much money. He comes back 2 days later. He was like, what do you think about a Lexus? I'm like, what do you mean? He shows me this Lexus sports car, $100,000 sports car. He's like, yeah, payment's only $600 a month. I'm like, bro, you were
What?
talking
How
about the $300 a month.
Brother.
Yeah, but it's realistic.
Sick, brother. Don't do it.
Why
Don't
not?
do it. You want to fucking save money so you can start growing that shit, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Grow in that car. That's what I'm gonna do.
Don't want to look like a
Live in that
nerd.
thing.
Think about what would Nicky do.
But Nicky Ryan.
He's pretty smart with his money.
Nicky would Uber Eats.
Yeah, Nicky Ryan spends like $2,000 a month on Uber Eats.
He also makes over $250,000.
Yeah, not bad.
He's made good money.
He's making.
got a
He
Subaru.
just has more.
He got 2018 Subaru.
Oh yeah, I got a Subaru.
You probably paid that thing off.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
they
things-
had.
things-
Oh, you paid for it too.
I was involved in it in some way, but I got my fair share of that car. It's now.
But
yeah.
you got paid to rent it pretty much.
No,
right?
no.
We
Because
paid to
you
have
had to
it.
pay it off before shipping it to Puerto Rico.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, well, we had to.
that's
Yeah,
right.
we had to pay it off, and we had to pay to ship it.
Yeah, because
And
you need
then-
like the title or something to.
Yeah, that was a whole other.
There can't be a loan. There can't be a loan on the car
Yeah.
if you're shipping it to Puerto Rico.
The title was in their father's name, and then to ship it back here was a whole
Yeah,
clusterfuck
I
because he
heard.
died in Puerto Rico, and
Yeah,
How much
Yeah.
was a Subaru?
I think it's
probably
I
60.
think it's worth like 16, 18 right now.
that is a
paid
under.
off.
That's a powerful car.
yeah.
Nicky's
I bet brand
Subaru
new
was
is probably
pimped
close
out.
to 50 or 60K.
No, it is not.
Brand new?
No.
When it was
shot,
bro, look it up right now on your phone. It's a Subaru.
I think
four-door.
with the work that was done on it, it can come to that.
there was work
What
done on
work?
it.
not
done on
work.
the-
Sorry, not work.
This
Just it was
fucking guy.
maxed out. Like it's the spec out. Like it's
Top of
maximum.
the line Subi.
Yeah, the whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking.
You know what
it's
the
like
name of it is?
Subaru.
Legacy.
Legacy, yeah, it's a
Legacy.
legacy. But it's like the maximum power everything. Like their dad.
I
fucking-
taught a seminar.
It is, yeah. I don't fucking know cars, bro. It's maximum power.
I taught a seminar somewhere.
With all the work.
I taught a seminar somewhere in South Carolina, and the guy that owned the gym, he also owned a workshop that works specifically on Subarus. And he's like 90% of the people that own Subarus are lesbian or gay. I was like-
90%.
I mean, he didn't measure the statistics, but he was like,
that's not true.
bro, he was like
he's
pretty
eyeballing
common.
it,
bro, he was like, most of the people that own these are lesbians.
Well, Nicky fits that bill,
wow.
I guess. So that,
Yes, he does.
Statistic.
Yeah, it's like a $35,000 car,
Brand new.
brand new. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's not bad.
Bro,
$35,000.
$35,000.
Yeah, but
Like
then
the
you get
maximum
called
one.
lesbian and gay by everyone. You don't want that.
What is it? Something in my eye.
Come.
I'm not crying.
Talking about your dog.
You don't think it's realistic for me to get that car?
That's retarded, bro.
I
That's
won't buy it brand new.
Brother, you're renting your brother's house.
I won't buy it brand new.
No, you should. You should. We all definitely advise you to save your money. You're gonna be,
No, I definitely should save my money,
but you won't.
but I probably won't.
Okay.
But like, you spend $100,000 on a vehicle, you could just get a Mustang that you've been crying for.
No. That's a side thing. You don't get that as a daily driver.
Oh yeah, bro. If I buy a
Lexus,
Lamborghini, I'm gonna drive that
I
bitch
would-
every day.
Yeah, I
You
would.
can have
I
multiple
would
cars
love
before
to.
you have like, I don't know,
house?
Yeah.
I would love to do that,
He's gonna ignore that question.
but I'm gonna answer it.
Okay,
after.
okay.
I would love to do that, but you can't like daily drive it unless you get like a full engine swap and shit. Like
Yeah.
multiple things. That's gonna be very expensive.
Just as much as the $100,000
Very
vehicle.
expensive, brother.
No, it's different.
$100,000.
It's different. I'm not buying $100,000 car.
Fully
That's
redone.
brand new. It's $100,000.
All right, how much do you think you're willing to spend? 80K? 90K?
No. It's less than that.
How much?
Used for the I can.
How much you think?
I think I could probably get it for like 60, 65.
Bro, that's retarded.
Save
The
that
interest,
money.
the interest
My
on
car's
used cars
10.
are crazy, bro. It's going
Bro,
to
it's
be
like
like 14,
over
My car's 10. I
14%,
put
yeah.
it down. I put 10 grand down. That's what 40, 45 to pay off. That's around $1,000 a month.
Plus
bro,
insurance.
$1,000 a month.
You're paying
That's a lot,
you're paying $500, $600 in insurance once you get that car too.
No,
Now you're talking about $1,600.
You speak for yourself. Sure.
Bro, there's one time.
It's a scam.
we're driving and then,
Context, I am with Geico Safe and Sound now. 15 minutes can and will save you 15%. All right, go on.
so Ethan's dropped me off somewhere, and he's telling me how somebody had rear-ended his car.
So funny.
And I was like, oh, like how bad was it? He's like, oh, it wasn't so bad, and I just let them kind of go, and I was like, oh yeah, I mean, you should probably like get their insurance information, like you can go through insurance. He's like, I have that.
I was like, yeah. No,
I think I was like, oh, you got insurance, right? He was like, yeah.
This is where you have to go. Okay, bye.
Oh my god! But now you have insurance.
Yeah. Yes.
Wasn't there something about you had to change your license within 3 months?
Oh yeah. That was. I don't know.
I
if this
still have to do that.
I still have to. I haven't.
All right,
done
so
it.
do I.
That's retarded.
So do I. I didn't do it.
But I mean, I have a Canadian driver, like a Quebec. So yeah,
But,
I
like-
agree with that.
Oh, so you can get a Texas license?
I can. Yeah, I just have to go.
You should, so you can get a gun.
I should do a lot of
This
things.
guy.
You should have a gun.
Do I really need a like?
No, you don't need it until you do.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Better than
Bro,
have and not
The
need.
people shooting at the fucking when we were off roading.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh,
That was fucking.
You know that
was
saying?
weird.
It's like better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine a gardener in a war, just like trying to water plants. Fuck! I'm getting shot. Stop. I thought that would be funny.
So you don't think you should have a gun?
I don't. It's not like I don't think about it ever.
It's
I
better
just-
for women. If your
That's
girl's
what I was
grocery
gonna say.
shopping,
Yeah.
have her have a pistol on you, on her.
Dude, what if somebody what if somebody breaks into your house and you have fucking wife and kids?
I'll
And they
fight
have
him
a
like
gun.
a man.
And
I'll
they
go,
have a gun.
Fight me like a man, mano y mano, and then he'll respect me. Then I take his gun and put it down and fight him like a man.
Nice.
No, I just genuinely I don't know. I don't fucking.
Oh, dude, did you guys hear about Volk's daughter?
Oh, she said, I know.
Dude,
Tell the-
did you hear
it's
this or
very
no?
funny.
Bro, Volk's daughter, she's like, she's scared about like an intruder coming in. She's like, Daddy, like, are you sure like the door's locked? What if they come in through here? And then,
Like, you'll be fine,
oh,
mate.
you're not tell a story.
All right, I'll take it away. You're going to and you were going to do the accent. He's like, yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry. You got the fucking UFC champion now. And she's like, well, what if Islam Makhachev breaks in? And he's like, oh, fuck. You fucking-" He probably didn't swear. Fuck.
Yeah, damn.
That's hilarious.
That does suck
cuts
as
deep.
a
That
fighter.
cuts
I
deep.
feel like growing up, your dad is the strongest man of all time. It's like that is he'll protect you.
Yes,
but it's like
he
what if
still
you
is.
see what if you see your dad get beat up on live television? You're like, oh wait, my dad is not the strongest.
That's my new dad. Islam.
That must be scary.
Spooky.
I don't know.
You guys, are you guys lifting these days? You doing any outside?
No.
JayRod did a Tabata yesterday.
Yeah, you gotta do more cardio stuff. Getting
More
ready
cardio.
for
Yeah, I'm starting to do Tabatas now.
some Tabata.
Yeah,
Probably do some rowing
trials.
today.
Do some what today?
Rowing.
Oh yeah.
What
How-
do you,
what do you
what's
do for
your
row?
protocol? Yeah. You just fucking row.
I just row. Yeah.
Do you try like get 1,000 meters under time or like I don't know, keep a
I'll
pace?
Just, the match is what 8 minutes.
He's
4
like
minutes
going like
overtime?
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like doing an actual row
Yeah.
with the rowing machine. Go on, sorry.
I don't know.
The match is like
Just-
12 minutes, so I'm just gonna row as hard as I can for 12 minutes.
But
No
you should,
way.
You should,
I'll be done.
that's a long fucking time to row, and
Yeah.
you should like see if you could keep a pace for like that entire time or
You
something.
should try to get
that.
like 15 calories every minute.
Is that
Yeah, when I have like a pretty tough workout, I usually do try to get 15 calories within like 45 to 50 seconds, rest for 10, and then go again. Maybe like a sprint, like a hard sprint in like a roll is probably gonna be 45 seconds. So say you do a hard roll sprint for 40 seconds, quick rest, go back to it. It's definitely harder.
So
than a match.
you'll do like up and down, like a Tabata style, not like a consistent.
Yeah, but I'll do like a long, like a 45-second sprint to get 15 calories. I finish within 45 to 50 seconds,
and then you like
rest
15,
to the next
20
minute.
Coast.
Well,
okay,
you rest to the next minute, and do that for 15 minutes straight. If you have a 15-minute,
That's
match.
crazy.
That's hard as fuck.
Yeah, that's really hard.
Yeah.
Other than Tabata, like what else do you do that just on the row machine, or do you do that on the assault bike too?
I do the row. I do that on the ski machine.
What are some? You don't use the assault anymore, really? It's mainly ski.
Yeah, no, I do Tabata.
Because that's all you do on the.
Yeah, well, sometimes I do like I do like 40 minutes of like zone 2 cardio, and either do it only on one machine, or I'll do like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there.
Leading up to trials, what do you think I should do on? I only have the assault bike at the house.
Oh, well, you have a whole gym though.
I only got the assault bike at the house.
If you're gonna prepare for a 6-minute match with a potential 3-minute overtime, then I would.
Tabata's the best, bro.
Tabata's the best.
Do it like
just
3 times a
continue
week,
doing
3 times a week, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a 4-minute total. You know what I mean? Like
340. Yeah.
340, and
Bro, that's harder than any match you'll ever have.
yeah,
Bro.
Yeah,
You're
I'm-
probably only gonna have that amount of time, like in real exertion in the match. It's a 6-minute match, but you're not like
You're not doing that.
going. Yeah, and you should do 20 hard, 10 light, not 10 hard, 20 light.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
You do that.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
That's gonna be way tougher.
It's a harder, but not as much as I thought it was. Not as much as you think it was.
Really?
Honestly, yeah.
Because you can't go as hard for 20
You just
seconds.
go as hard as you exactly. Yeah, and you have a less coast time, which I think is a better thing to train.
dude. I mean, fuck. I'll
You'll
try.
see, and it's like you said, you can only go as hard as you can go.
I've been doing the 10 sprint, 20 rest. It is fucking hard.
That shit's fucking crazy.
It's hard because 10 seconds, you go a lot fucking harder 10 seconds than you do 20, and I think you just like kind of figure it out.
But now imagine doing that double.
No, it's
the lactic acid maybe just can't go as.
yeah.
I mean, you can't go as hard, but because you're physically exhausted.
Yeah.
I'll try it,
it
but
just-
fuck. I'm
yeah, I
not
think
gonna
it's
look
better.
forward to that one.
I wonder which one you score more calories on.
Yeah, I wonder. Sometimes before the Tabata, before I get on the bike, I'm like, fuck, this is gonna suck.
You just gotta
I
get
get
on
like
that
that
bitch.
feeling. I'm like, fuck, man.
It's a terrible. That's
Yeah,
how I
yeah.
feel when I'm about to do a round with Jay.
Really?
Yes. I'm like, this is
this
I
is
gotta
gonna
be
be-
fucking yeah.
This is gonna be a tiring one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's good though. Those rounds. I remember we spoke about this once. Like I remember on our way to Henzo's way back in the day when we would like we know how hard we're gonna train this session, and we get like I would get like a little like antsy for it,
Yeah.
and you're like yeah sometimes, and you said it sometimes like I get a little fucking amped up and like get
like nervous for practice.
Yeah, you get nervous
Yeah.
for practice. I'm like, oh fuck, me too. Okay, this is normal,
Bro,
So
but
yeah, that's the
You remember
first
our first round?
our first round ever.
Ever?
Yeah.
At like studio.
Yeah.
Oh, probably yeah.
Studio 84.
Killed me.
Yeah, you were a
Yeah.
kid, man. You were tiny.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is.
There's pictures from last year. You look like a kid. It's crazy.
I mean, the hair makes a big difference.
No,
Well,
like,
no, bro, you grew. Your
Yeah,
your
you're like
shoulders
a
big
fucking
now.
big.
Yeah.
Tell me more how big I am.
I have a
Yeah.
Subaru. Ooh.
I remember there's photos from your seminar there, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to kill this guy. Just got fucking murked.
It was.
It was ridiculous.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then
man.
I remember, like you were recovering from your surgery, and we're at B team, and you were still unable to train for the first few months of B team. being
Yeah,
open,
yeah.
And then I was like, I wonder how I'm gonna do with Ethan.
Yeah.
And he still killed me.
I remember we had one round where I was like just coming back,
Yeah.
and we were going crazy, and
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Whoa, whoa!" And we're like, "It's fine, it's fine. Leave us alone.
Leave us alone.
Leave it. Let us have our fun."
Jesus Christ.
I remember you guys know Dave, right? From Dav.
Yeah. Vardanian.
Yeah. I remember one of the first times we were training together. Afterwards, he comes up to me. He was like, "Are you mad at me?" I was like, "No. Why?" He's like, "I don't know, just the way you train." I was like, "Brother, that's just I like you if I train hard with you." That's what I said to him. He's like, "Oh, okay."
Bro, he beat Luke Griffith.
Yep.
What? When?
Yeah,
oh,
he did, yeah.
I remember. Craig was shrieking during that.
We shared it so many times.
Dude, that was crazy.
What?
He beat Luke.
At what, Naga? Or
Naga, yeah,
Naga.
in Austin.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I think that's before he gained 50 pounds of fucking.
I mean, he was still a big boy. He was still
Yeah.
fucking 230,
Yeah.
240 maybe. Yeah. Also, guys, real quick announcement. Just wanted to let you know that Nicky, Ryan, and I are teaching a wrestle up camp in Leuven, Belgium, for BJJ Focus Camps. So BJJ Focus Camps, 14th through the 19th, we're going to be going. It's like 2 sessions a day for 5 days. Awesome deal. Get to go view, beautiful Belgium. Just want to give you guys that heads up. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, how you doing on time?
That's the thing. I got to start going.
All right.
But guys, if you guys enjoy the podcast, what we're gonna start trying to do is we want to answer some questions that you guys have. So now moving forward, if you guys have any questions for us, leave it in the comments, and then we're gonna do our best to answer those questions for the next podcast leading up and stuff like that. Also, if you watch to the end, leave an eagle emoji.
Nice.
Nicky Rod.
Shout out Massive Supplements, Smashing Red, Smashing Greens. You know, it's hard to eat all of your vegetables every day, and Smashing Greens makes it delicious and easy. So get your vitamins, get your vegetables in. In addition, shout out Anaconda Fightware, right? If you guys got a bum knee or whatever, slide on one of these fancy knee sleeves, and they're gonna stay stuck to you while you're rolling hard.
And
then-
last but certainly not least, these guys.
BJJ Co. Oh, BJJ Guard-Co, sorry.
BJJ Guard-Co.
BJJ Guard-Co. Get your specific nationality rash guard. I'm going to be rocking the Canada one. I'll wear the USA one as well. But
USA, Mexico, you heard them.
yeah, they're great. They're super durable, and pumped to have them on the Simple Man team.
Also, I appreciate all the support for Garnet Jerky. Make sure you guys keep enjoying the snacks. CARNEJERKY. And enjoy your high quality protein. Jay, you got anything you want to plug?
Give me money.
The dog?
Yeah,
Dog podcast?
buy some Jits Bits so I can buy a Ford Mustang. The Doghouse. Yes, make sure you guys like and subscribe our stuff. Support the Doghouse so we can grow bigger than the Simple Men.
It's the Doghouse podcast on YouTube, or
I don't know what it is.
It's the Simple Men on YouTube. Funnel them all time.
Yeah, what are you guys at? Like 10K?
Almost 11K.
11,
About
yeah.
11K, yeah.
We're at like
No big deal.
1.5.
Yeah, guys. So if you guys enjoy the podcast, have any recommendations on what will make the podcast better? We'd love to hear it. Love to hear you guys' feedback.
If I
And-
see nice comments, I will like them and put them on my story as I've done in the past. I appreciate this. I need the support.
like Damien said, drop a question in the comment. We'll do our best to answer in the next podcast. And thanks for the support.
Yeah, last thing. For those that don't know, I own a jiu-jitsu gym in New Jersey, Greenbrook, New Jersey, B Team NJ. If you guys have friends, family in the area, make sure you send them my way.
You've been simplified. Ethan Crelinsten.
Nicky Rod.
Damien Anderson.
And JayRod.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Peace.